Hello once again, everybody, and welcome to another content of Beyond the Helmet. My name is DD, and today I had the opportunity to sit down and have breakfast with a dear friend of ours.
Hello, Amin here from Tunisia.
This is Amin. He is also a motorcycle enthusiast, and I'm going to take this time to ask him some questions, and hopefully we learn something or two from him. So, Amin, how are you doing?
Good, how are you? How are you doing, DB?
Good, yeah.
Good.
Nice to see you, man.
Good to see you too.
By the way, so we have our friends right here. This channel is all about people like me who have reached that grade 50 or staring at the grade 50, and we want to learn how to ride a motorcycle.
Okay.
Yeah. When I was doing it by myself, it was really hard because it was just me. So I want to give some advice for them, if possible. Like, but before that, it's all about you first. How long have you been riding?
I started riding when I was 17, around 17 years old. Yeah, I was not really a good rider back then, but still, I would say like having my own first bike and everything was around 18, 19, something like this when I started riding. Since then, it's been it's a great passion.
Yeah,
it's amazing. It's a good sport as well. Yeah. Love some steam. You know how it is. It's really fun, but it's very important to stay safe. And, that's what I've been always focusing on. I had an accident myself before.
Accident?
I fell down with my first bike, my first ever bike.
I think everybody falls on the first bike, man.
Yeah.
On my bike, I dropped it 5 times already. While I was learning, I fell 5 times.
Yeah. It's very difficult to get used to control the bike. The weight. It's new. It's different to you. We all start somewhere. We all start at that point. We don't know what to do, and then eventually you learn and you learn from your mistakes. And that's it. So it's good to be safe, so you can do more mistakes and learn more. Very better. Exactly. Yeah.
What was your first bike?
So my first bike that I owned was a Kawasaki Z750.
Your first bike is 750?
Yeah. Well, it was. I learned on my cousin's bike, which was he was a stunter. He was a stunt rider. Yeah, and there was so I learned based on that, and then eventually during the summer, I remember I got a KTM 250, but I had the super motor wheels, like road wheels, for regular. And then after that, I was like, you know what? Just want to get myself. I want to give myself a good bike, and I got the Kawasaki Z750. 750. That's the one I crashed. That's the one I crashed. Eventually.
But since the 750 until now, what are you riding right now?
So right now I'm riding a Ducati Diavel 1250cc.
Diavel.
Yeah.
That's a very nice bike.
Thanks.
Very fast.
Appreciate it.
Very stylish.
Yeah.
Sleek.
Yeah, I like
engine.
The engine is good. But Italians, problem with the leaking, like always. And at the end of the day,
really?
Most of the Italian bikes have a problem with leaking somewhere.
I'm sorry,
Italian people. It is. I love the bike. I love my bike, but at the end of the day, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah. So.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Man. What about you? What you ride?
Oh well, I ride a Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650.
Beautiful.
It's considered as an A2 compatible motorcycle, so
beautiful, man.
It is good for a starter like me. I would say that if anyone who's out there like me who doesn't have any experience in motorcycles in their previous days, don't go for something like a Ducati, man. You're going to crash it. You're going to waste a lot of money. And you are on a very steep learning curve.
I agree.
You have to start with somewhere. That's why I'm starting with a 48 horsepower motorcycle.
I agree 100%. I see a lot of my friends now, they get the money and next day he wants to go and buy a 1000 RR or something. Ooh. And I always tell them start slowly. As you said, it's a very steep learning curve. You start with a 750, 650, then you go slowly, You can't just, when you were born, you didn't just start running, you know what I mean? You start with walking,
exactly. That's good analogy, actually.
Yeah, well, this is
So, what are your unforgettable moments with a motorcycle?
Unforgettable moments with a motorcycle.
Each rider has one. I'm sure each rider has one.
First time I took the Ducati for a long ride. Like I didn't do this before. Usually I would, so with the nature of my job, it's a bit busy. But usually what I do is I'll take it for small rides. You know what I mean? Everything. And I remember I went on a road trip with a couple of friends.
Yeah.
And we even camped outside. It wasn't practical for me with the Ducati, but well, it was fun. It was fun. You know, taking the bike that length and going that far. It was pretty fun.
That's really nice, man.
It's really, going looking back, the weather was nice, it was good, you know, a good company, and, everybody the bike enthusiast. We had fun, we raced a bit, we were a bit reckless, but it was fun. It was good.
So, thinking about those, if you have good days, what were your bad days?
On a bike, if your bike doesn't want to start in the morning, you don't know what's wrong with it. You know what I mean? Or if you wake up in the morning and you find a pool of liquid underneath your bike, you don't know what's leaking or you don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Always maintenance with a bike is always a bad day. You know what I mean? You never know.
Do you do your own maintenance?
I learned gradually to do a few things.
Yeah.
But still, if there is a major thing, I'd rather be safe and take it to someone professional. You know,
that's good advice.
Especially with the Ducati, I can't afford to. The pieces are quite expensive, so I can't afford to play around a lot. Unless if it's something basic, like I do the cleaning, we talk about the chain lubing, or when it comes to the oil change, you can still do it by yourself. After you certainly you learn you can still do it by yourself. But if I find some major issue or something showing up on the dashboard or anything, I have to take it somewhere professional. Yeah.
So, I'm sure I have friends here who would love to watch, or rather who would love to learn a motorcycle. But because of this question that I'm 50, I think it's too late, or you think it's a midlife crisis, what will you advise to them?
I think it's never too late. I know it sounds cliche, but it's never too late. And it's actually, it's a good age to start. Having a motorcycle will keep you young. I swear, it adds to your life. You know, keep you young.
That's true.
You know,
makes you feel young.
It makes you feel young. It makes you feel, still up for the adventure, still up for everything. And it's it's not like learning music or something. It's a hobby that you can learn at any time. You know, not something that it's not like football, or if you never played football before, you can never play. You know, after a certain age. It doesn't matter how old you are. You can always learn and have fun. It doesn't have to be competitive racing on a bike. You can have an adventure bike, or you can buy a cruiser, go around on road trips, take your wife with you, take your girlfriend if you wish, so whatever it is. Yeah, it can be a really a fun hobby, jokes aside.
That's true.
And it keeps you busy, you know what I mean? It does, you know, if there's always something new to learn. About the bikes. You know.
I think for somebody who is like me, keeping your mind and your body busy and active is very, very important.
It is,
because you don't want to have that sensation or feeling of you're useless or it's the end of life. I don't think it's not. Riding a motorcycle will just change your perspective because you have something that you want to be interested in. Something that's really, really,
true.
I don't know, something maybe could turn like a passion.
Yeah, and you get more invested in, the more you learn, the more you get more invested into, bike riding. And
it's very addicting, especially with the bills.
It is. It is. It's very, very addictive, yeah. And,
tell me about it.
Yeah, wow. But yeah, so it gets really addictive, yeah. And the more free time you have, the more you want to go out on rides. And, it's fun, and it really is enjoyable, something you really enjoy for sure.
So, he's from Tunis. When is the best time to ride in Tunis? Is it the whole year long, or do you have a specific season?
It's basically the whole year long. We try to avoid winter in Tunis. The roads are not in a very good condition compared to other places. So during winter. So I crashed my bike during winter. It was raining, and I slipped in this and that. The road condition was not great. So yeah, during winter, it rains a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
And our roads are not well prepped for riding during winter. You know what I mean? So. Summer is our favorite. Spring as well, and it's get pretty good.
That's nice.
On winter days, if it's not too cold outside, if it's not really rainy, like heavy rains, so it's a good time for us.
Does it really get cold in Tunis?
It does,
Really?
especially in the mornings. Like back in Tunis, I used to like riding during the morning, like early morning, and it can go up to -5, -6, depends where you are.
-5.
Yeah.
That's very cold.
And if you
Unless
will,
you have
exactly, proper
clothes,
gear. If you have the proper gear, you can go do it. Otherwise,
Oh, that's amazing.
very difficult.
That's true. Cool. So that is Amin, one guy who's an enthusiast. By the way, he also customizes his own helmet.
Yeah.
By the way, just to let you know. So I'm going to post his number. If you want to get in touch with him,
You want to
for you.
No, if you want to get your helmet customized, we'll do.
So remember, guys, be better, be safer, and be wiser.